My hair is like wet, but I had a long week and it feels so good to take a freaking shower. Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been quite a minute since I last posted a video on my channel, and I've been super crazy busy with school and whatnot, and studying in midterms, and most students know how it is, especially college students. But yeah, so far it's been really hectic, and I know I would promise you guys more content, and I promise you that there will be more in the future. Just bear with me with, doing school first. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I added a little poll on my story asking what I should do for my next video. And it was options between a makeup tutorial or story time, and majority of you guys wanted story time. And I kind of found it hard because there's a lot of things I've been through, and there's so many things I can talk about, but I thought like for my first one on my channel, this one would be really interesting, and I thought you guys would enjoy it. I mean, based off the title on this video, I'm going to be discussing the time I had my first kiss. Yes, I know, first kiss in Las Vegas. And I know some of you may be thinking that sounds super unrealistic and sounds like it could be part of a movie or a TV show, but it happened, people. So I had my first kiss at a very late age, not too late and not too young, but I had my first kiss when I was 18. I had just graduated high school, and I didn't really have a serious relationship in high school because, for one, I was, like I said in my prior video, like my bowling video, I had gone through so much, and at the time nobody really liked me, or I never really attracted anybody. But I guess when I was 18, your girl decided to freaking blossom out of nowhere and, pretty much glowed up. Aside from that, it was summer of 2014. I had just graduated high school when I was 18. And this was during a time when everyone was kind of still using, these chat rooms online. You guys probably familiar with either Chatterus or Chat Roulette, or even the infamous one, Omegle. And yes, I will say I did use Omegle, and I kind of regret those days because it got me into some trouble. And people will get freaking bored, okay? So this was, I believe, if I can remember, 2 weeks after I graduated high school. I was online, on Omegle and whatnot, because like I said, I was bored. And then, I always be scrolling through there. You know how it is, how it's platform, there's one screen, there's a screen on top of that, so it's a split screen, and you pretty much choose who you want to chat with, and you start talking, blah, blah. So, I was obviously going on there, seeing who I can talk to, and then this one guy appeared on there, and I will admit he was really cute, and then him and I started talking and whatnot, and things got pretty interesting from there, I will say. So as we were talking, we were beginning to know each other, and I found out that he was 21, and he was a bit older than me by 3 years. I had just graduated high school, so I was 18, and obviously he kept talking to me because I was in jailbait or whatnot, because that would be kind of weird and illegal. So we kept on talking and whatnot, got to know each other, and I found out that he was from Las Vegas. So I was like, oh, that's cool, you live in Las Vegas? He's like, yeah. And he asked me, where are you from? And I was like, well, I'm from SoCal. I didn't say where exactly, but I generalized Los Angeles, because we all say we're from Los Angeles when we're really not. So then eventually him and I exchanged numbers and info and whatnot, because him and I were just flirting, and I began to like him. I began to actually like him from a freaking computer screen. And I know that sounds really ridiculous, but back then things were very deceiving, and not everything is as it seems. And just to warn you youngsters out there, online dating can be very freaking dangerous, so please be careful and know what you're doing, because some people do not appear as they seem. Just a warning. So we exchanged numbers and texted for a little bit, I think till midnight, and then eventually he said, oh, I gotta go, blah blah, and I said, okay, good night, I'll talk to you tomorrow. He's like, yeah, for sure. What? For sure, of course. Then I kid you not. And then 2 hours after that, because it was summer, my family is usually up late at night. My dad asked me you guys want to go to Vegas? And I was like, the first thing that clicked in my mind was him, and I was like, oh my god, he is from Vegas. He's from Vegas, and this can be this give me a chance for me to meet him potentially. So then I was like, yes, like right away, like without a doubt, like, you know, straightforward yes, no, because I was so excited, and I was like, maybe this can be my chance to meet him and whatnot. And as soon as I found out we were going to Vegas, he was saying, I told him right away, like, hey, I'm gonna be in the area in 2 days, like, you know, did you want to, like, you know, I'm just letting you know. And he told me, oh really, oh my gosh, like, hey, we should meet up. So I was kind of hesitant at first, but then at the same time, like, I was freaking 18 years old, and I didn't know what was, you know, what was bad and what was good at the time, whether if it was safe or unsafe. So obviously my mind was like, yes, like, you know, I'll meet you somehow we'll figure out a way. So during our conversation, you know, the time we started talking, you know, he was telling me that he was a lifeguard and he worked at the Venetian as a lifeguard. And my dad was asking, like, oh, like, do you want to stay at the Venetian? And I was like, oh yeah, of course, why not? But then, like, decides to stay at the Plaza instead. For those of you who are familiar with the casinos in Vegas, there was like the Plaza and the Venetian, and along with like the Wynn are like right next door to each other. So on the same, you know, along the strip. And our options was either the Venetian, Plaza, or the Wynn. And at the end, my parents decided to go out the Wynn, so I was like, okay, whatever. I'll leave this still next door, so we can, you know, I'll obviously still see each other. So 2 days pass, and my family and I are on our way to Vegas, and, you know, having a good time here and there. You know, it was really hot, of course, because it's like towards the beginning of June, that's when it's the worst. So yeah, we were talking and whatnot, and we were actually, as I was on my way there, we were planning how to meet. And I was trying to figure out a way, like, how could we do this without me being away from my parents and whatnot. So it was really, really, like, difficult to plan that. And I look back at it now and I realized this was really ridiculous, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Like, what was I thinking? I guess at the time, like, I wanted to be more spontaneous than I was. So, you know, it is what it is, people. Like, it happened. So during our second day at Vegas, you know, my dad was obviously gambling, my sister was doing something, I don't know what exactly, and then my mom and I were the ones who were, like, you know, doing our own thing. We were shopping, we went out to eat lunch, and then I guess this was right before 2 o'clock, and I guess around 2 o'clock was when he got off of work at, you know, at the Venetian. So, you know, so my mom and I decided to go back to the casino and whatnot, back to our casino at the Wynn. So then she told me, hey, like, you know, I'm gonna let's go to the room and it gets me real quick. I'm like, okay, that's fine, you know. And I go in the bathroom, I freshen up, I get ready to go with her. And then as I walk out of the bathroom, my mom's gone. And I'm like, I call her, hey, like, where are you? I thought you were gonna wait for me. And she said, well, you took so long, so just meet me in the lobby. But around that time, it had just hit like 2 o'clock, and he was messaging me, hey, like, I just got out of work, and hey, let's meet up right now. So then I was like, oh shit, like, you know, obviously my mom's downstairs, I'm in the room, I can go wherever the hell I want technically. So, you know, shit got into place like fast. Like, as soon as I realized I was all alone in our hotel room, I was like, you know, this is my chance. This might be my only chance to actually see him in person and whatnot and see where it goes from here. So I obviously, like, freshen up again, make sure I look all cute and ready, and I freaking go downstairs, and, you know, I'm calling him, he's calling me, like, asking, hey, where are you exactly? I'm on my way. I'm like, I just got into the park, and he had just messaged me. I just got into the parking structure, and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually happening. So, you know, and obviously, like, I told him, oh, I'm on my way to the parking structure. So I'm walking to the parking structure, and then all of a sudden, as the door opened, as like the glass door opened, I see someone pass me and stop, and I stop at the same time too, and I realized that the person I exchanged looks, and then I realized that it was him. Like, I realized that it was him, and he asked me, Christina? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, James? Like, yeah. And we shook hands, and we're saying, hey, nice to finally meet you, blah, blah. And he was saying, like, you're actually really cute in person. And yes, like, it was the person who it was. I wasn't catfishing or not. It was the same person I was talking to. And I was like, oh, okay, like, thank you. You're really sweet. And then, like, we were walking and talking. And then as we were walking through the casino, he kept, looking at me. And I was, like, really shy. And I was like, oh, like, I'm kind of shy, So then as we were walking, he asked me, like, do I get a kiss? And then obviously my heart was really beating out of my chest at the time. So then, like, I turned around and like, I was, obviously gonna go for the cheek, but he went for the lips, and there you have it. That's how I had my first kiss. And it was in a casino with a lifeguard in Las Vegas. I know, like I said in the beginning of the video, it sounds super unrealistic, but yes, it happened to me, and I was like, wow, this is not real, this doesn't seem real, and I was practically in my own, like, fantasy land at the time. So then we talked a bit more, and talked about, like, random stuff, and then my mom was texting me, asking me, hey, where are you? Like, I'm waiting for you. And I was like, okay, I'm on my way. And I told him, like, I would walk him back to his car. And then we started kissing more in the elevator, obviously. And then we kissed more, like, at his car. And I was so sad because I was like, oh, it was finally nice meeting you. I hope we can see each other again. And he's like, yeah, we'll definitely see each other again. And from there, I thought, like, it was something real, and I didn't realize, like, back then how ridiculous it was, because I kissed a random stranger that I just met for the first time, talked for, like, less than a week, and I look back at it and I'm like, wow, like, Christine, you're really stupid. Like, why did you do that? So as we were on our way back home, back to Cali, we were talking to each other, and I was telling him that I'm gonna miss you, and it was great seeing you, blah, blah. And he said, like, he said the same thing, I'm gonna miss you too. And then I asked him, like, so what are we now? I was texting him, and he texted me back saying, I'm not really looking for a girlfriend, but you're still a babe. And obviously, like, me being, like, fresh out of high school, 18, thinking that finally someone likes me, agreed to that. And looking back at it, I realized how this guy practically manipulated, I don't know, I never can really say the word. Like, he manipulated me, like, thinking that it was okay, and throughout the whole time he was just messing with my feelings and just playing along. And I look back at it, like, the guy was 21, I was 18, I was practically still a kid. Like, you practically like took advantage of a kid, So it was like, I look back and I was like, damn, that was really stupid. And I was, like I said, in this fantasy land thinking that we were actually something, but we really weren't. And come on, he's like out of state. Like, how is that ever going to work now that I've, like, gone older and see it now, So later on, I eventually found out that he was going to enlist in the army and go to, boot camp in Kentucky. So he told me, yeah, I won't be able to talk to you for, practically, like, a month and a half or two, because I'll be in training, and they, obviously with the military, because I come from a military background too, like, usually they don't allow people to talk or have messages with each other, just letters. So then, I was like, okay, that's fine, like, after the month, like, I can't wait to talk to you again. I hope you, like, I wish you the best of luck. And, like, at one point, like, I think I said, like, I love you, and I was like, why, Christine, why? So then a few months passed, or the month passed, and I was on Instagram one night, and I realized, oh my god, he's back, because he posted, like, something on his story or on his Instagram saying that he was back. And I messaged him and I said, hey, and then automatically, like, went to red and didn't reply back or whatnot. And I asked my friends, hey, how come he's not replying back? Like, what's wrong? And then his friends were, my friends were saying, look, like, he just got a boot camp and training, he's probably just tired. And I was like, okay, like, you're right, he's probably just tired. So I waited it out a little bit till the next day, and I was like, hey, red again, and the following day, and the following red again. So then during the time when he was in training, I sent him a letter saying how much, like, our first kiss meant to me, and that I've never really experienced that in my whole life. And I sent the letter to his work, and 2-3 months almost passed, and I never got a response back, even when he was back home. So then I can honestly say, like, my first kiss was stolen, but not really. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, like, pretty much, you know, I gave away my first kiss to the person, like, you know, it's just the way it is, you know. So I was obviously like very heartbroken for a long time, and during that time I was already going through a lot, and I'm gonna get into that into a whole other video. But lesson of the day, kids, if you want to meet somebody, please do not kiss them, and do not have them kiss you, especially if you have not like known them for like more than a week or a month or so. Like, I made the mistake of meeting somebody, a complete stranger who I had no idea, you know, what they had in mind of us meeting. So, lesson learned: don't be kissing people, even if they're a hot lifeguard in a casino. So, you know, but I will say though, I kissed a lifeguard once. So there's that. And yeah, that is the story of how I had my first kiss in Las Vegas. I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty much crazy. It was really crazy. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope all of you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if I should do more storytime videos, because, you know, this is my story. They get pretty interesting with my life, and yeah, I've got one crazy life. But anyways, until next time, later.